Hey gang, it's Mike, KEI Fabrication. I wanted to just have a little fireside chat with you. It's been a tough week, and I want to share with you something that all of you should take into consideration. Last Saturday, which was a week ago, I ended up getting a piece of metal in my eye, and it shut me down for nearly a week. 4 days of, some pretty tough pain in my eye till I was finally able to get into the doctor. By that time it had rusted, had to go in and do a little scrape of the eyeball to get rid of it. So good news is it was superficial, no permanent damage, no scarring, no, vision. I got lucky. We all watch YouTube, we all see the fabricators, and we all joke about safety squints, right? Well, the bottom line is that doesn't work, or at least it doesn't work all the time. I'm really good about my hearing protection. I had a massive wake-up call probably 30 years ago, and these have kind of been a permanent fixture, and I use them every time I turn on a power tool or whatever. I have to be honest with you, I've gotten a little lazy about eye protection since I have required some glasses for up close stuff. As a matter of fact, when I had my eyes worked on, I have 20/20 vision for distance, but from 6 inches to 3 feet, I need these. So those of you who've worn eyeglasses at all, or even some of you may have worn them all your life, eye protection is usually difficult. The actual safety version of glasses is expensive, especially prescription ones. And these are the, the over-the-counter inexpensive readers. But when I try to wear safety glasses without these, I just can't see. And, or if I buy the safety glasses that fit over them, fogging, all of those things. The thing that only really works well for me is these shields, and I've had them around the shop for years. My mentor trained me, had them hanging on every piece of equipment, and I had my own personal one, so when I was using power tools and things, I was protected, and I kind of used that same policy for myself for years. Unfortunately, this is the one that is hanging on the Bridgeport and the drill press. It's got brake clean on it, it's got dust and scratches and all those things, and then once they get to that point, you just stop using them, right? And you get away with it, get away with it, get away with it. Next thing you know, you're at the eye doctor's digging stuff out of your eyes, and just for a $15 piece of personal protection equipment, I could have saved myself that pain and suffering and the loss of basically a whole week's worth of time. Some of that time, well, let's say it was a whole week's worth of time because I had to wait for the medicine to eliminate the possibility of infection. There was a light sensitivity thing, all those things. Most of you has probably already been through this. Nothing new, and I'm not trying to be a whiner or a complainer. So here's what I'm going to try and promise to do is when you see me operating equipment, I want to be, wearing gloves. That same day, that same Saturday, I actually hit myself with a flapper wheel. All I had on was, rubber gloves. I didn't have, good leather, gloves for my hands. And again, I've been getting away with not having the shield on and only wearing these regular glasses, which are not safety rated at all. And I got away with it for about 4 or 5 years, and this was my wake-up call. So those of you who have YouTube channels, and more importantly, those of you who are working at home in your own shops and things, go get one of these. Try and do your due diligence. And those of you who have YouTube channels, let's try to step up the safety aspect of it and not enforce or promote bad habits, right? And I'm speaking for myself here, but I'm encouraging the YouTube community to kind of step up to the plate, and you know, let's show that it's important to do it, and it's cool to be wearing that kind of stuff. And you know, the bottom line is we all got a job to do, and if we're not healthy or we're not safe, it's going to prevent us from doing what we love to do. And now I just cost myself a week on the project that I'd like to be working on. The other thing I did was, I mean, this is a very inexpensive, you might say, well, you only spent 20 bucks on your respirator, you don't care much for your health. This is really, now I need to be wearing this for dust. How's that for timing? For dust and things like that. This is not a respirator that I would use for spray painting or anything like that. To be honest with you, I hate the dust masks that go, you know, over your face. Two reasons. First of all, they fog up your glasses. Second of all, they remind me too much of the whole COVID debacle, and that's just a psychological thing here. I hated them when I had to wear them at work. I hated them anyway. And if I'm going to wear something, this is a utility tool, right? So I feel better about wearing this. I feel as though it's doing a good job, a better job. And again, this is much better than not wearing anything at all. So, all right, well, again, let's try to make a commitment. At least I'm going to be safe, wear the gloves, wear the proper personal protection equipment, right? Certainly eye protection, breathing apparatus, protect your hands, your ears, all of those things. Let's do it, okay? All right, thanks for watching. Hopefully this is helpful and encouraging. Learn from my mistakes. Don't learn from your own, okay? Enjoy.